Hey guys, so Merrymart had a good price movement for the day, and that's why we're gonna do a deep dive on the stock. And a lot of you also have been sending questions about it. A lot of you have been requesting what's my take on Merrymart and what's currently happening. So, what I want to focus on and what I want to talk about right now is what's happening to Merrymart right after the IPO. What have been the developments for the stock over the past 5 months already. So, just to give you a pretext on what we're going to talk about, we're going to talk about today's price movement. I want to talk about also broker, buyer, selling, foreigners, locals buying and selling, then where it is from a price standpoint point of view. Then I want to talk about the price developments from the time it went into an IPO to where it is right now. What has changed? What did they do with the money? Please do note that when they did the IPO, a big chunk of the money was supposed to be for expansion. So let's see what they're doing. Then number three, I want to talk about Merrymart's earnings. Meron na ba nagbago? Did they disclose something new? The number four, everyone's favorite, what you all normally wait for, the technical analysis. And number five, the subscriber shout out. So please do note that this is webinar format. Again, I've been doing more of this because a lot of you have been sending DMs that you guys are liking it. So if you like more of this, please do let me know this type of format, because I believe it's a bit more insightful also than the vlog type content, or just purely showing a chart as well. So there. And for those who are new to this and you stumbled across my channel for the very, very first time, for both of my channels, Marvin Germo and this channel, Stock Investing Made Easy, for over 1,800 videos already. Uh, please, no matter how much we talk about a stock, or you hear it in any media outlet, or you hear it from your friend, or you hear it from anyone else, I'll never stop saying this, but please never, ever, 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 ever buy, sell, hold, or avoid a stock just because it's talked about in the internet, it's talked about in YouTube, it's talked about anywhere else. The greatest thing that could help you make money in the stock market repeatedly over a stretched period of time, the only way this becomes an asset where it massively works hard for you is you know what you're getting into. You have a specific reason why you're buying it. You have a specific reason why you're holding it. You have a specific reason why you're selling it. You have a specific reason why you want to take profits already, or at least want to avoid the stock completely. Is That's what's going to give you strength, that you know and you know and you know what your parameters are. Never ever buy just because you hear a friend tell you to buy it. That's not something that's sustainable. That's not something that will help you win over the long term. That's the lazy way out. So anyways, let's continue. If you guys are ready, comment below. Comment I'm ready. Comment I'm excited. Comment I want to know more. Comment I want to hear more. So anyways, here's the price movement of Mary Mart for today. It closed at 4.14 pesos. What's so interesting about that is it was up around 7.53%. And to look at it, no, comparing it to the time it did its IPO, it's up 314% already from the IPO. I just want to check in terms of, of value turnover, how is it? I forgot to, so I'm checking it from my phone na lang. I forgot to put it in the slides, so sorry about that. And that's the thing about doing, uh, that's the thing about doing raw videos. Pag hindi na nasama, wala na, dire-diretso na. So, the PSEI today closed at 6685. It's up, no? Value turnover, 7.5 billion pesos. Locals dominated the market. Mary Mart, in terms of value turnover, let's see. Mary Mart had 243 million value turnover. So, it's respectable. It's not one of the highest. It's 7.5 billion. So, it's around 3% of the total value traded for the day. Very, very interesting. 314% since IPO, up 7.53. And please do remember, I'll show you it in the chart later on, that from the time it did its IPO, it went up, then it corrected also. So please remember that even though you don't get in during the IPO, or during the week on the IPO, or the time that it got investors for the listing, there will always be opportunities for you to come in. It may not be at the lowest price possible. It may not be already at the IPO price, but there will always be corrections where you could start to come in. So that's just something I want to note for you guys. Please do note that the market will always give you an opportunity to make money. So there. 4.14, up 314%. And I wanted to note here that foreigners bought What's so interesting though is konti lang. It's not foreign buying, but please do check this out. 10 million foreigners bought, foreign funds bought, foreign brokerages bought, or foreign accounts that bought, then 1.2 million selling. So it may look now, whoa, foreign buying, but the magnitude of it, 9.5 billion, isn't 9.5 million isn't as much. It's really locals that that have transacted in this. Local buying is 232 million, local selling is 242 million pesos. And as you can see right here, buyers, now the largest weight of the buyers is a local brokerage, 30.49%. Then the second one also is another local brokerage, and the third one also is FMS local brokerage. So if you look at majority of the top buyers, uh, they're mainly local brokers. Even if you look at the foreign transacted percentage, you have 37% from FMS. For selling, again, it's still a local play. So that's where we are right now. Merrymart, respectable volume, respectable value turnover, a large push up. Later on, I'm going to show you what does it mean for the chart. Now, where is Merrymart already? From the time it started its IPO. Now, what has it done? So I mapped out a timeline on several items, on several. I wait. I'll move my mic. Parang feeling ko ang layo eh. Feeling ko ang layo ko sa ano sa sinasabi ko. Anyways, okay. Several key developments from the time it did its IPO. What I did was, from the time it did its IPO to where we are right now, I tried to map out certain things that they did. So, ano yung mga ginawa nila. Please do remember, when I say ano yung ginawa nila, we are in the midst of a new normal. So it's all about how good they are also in pivoting, how good they are in shifting. Because as you all know, groceries are, they're essential, but they're also brick and mortar, meaning kung hindi lumalabas yung mga tao, there will be they'll be greatly affected also. And please do remember that at a certain point of the year, at up until now, people's purchasing power have been hit. So let's see how it has impacted also their expansion and their growth. So all intents and purposes, no, people who buy Mary Mart normally are looking at what could it be in the future, not what where it is right now. As when they did the IPO, they just had just a few stores that were open. So it's really on the hope of what it could be. It's just on the hope of how it could actually grow. So first things first, June 2020, off the bat, they partnered with Food Panda to deliver, not delivery, sorry about that, essential products. As you all know, there's a lot of items that um, June already, nag-GCQ na tayo at that time, but it wasn't yet. I don't think the mindset was as open as what it is right now. GCQ tayo ng June, GCQ din tayo ngayon, but there's more people out right now. There's more people comfortable going out. So at that time, it was so essential for stuff to be just delivered. So this was a good strategic partnership on their end. Another thing was August 8, 2020, they opened a new branch in City Mall, Sultan Kudarat, and in CDO. So two branches already in the Mindanao area. What I like about Mary Mart is the synergy that they have. Uh, when I say synergy, we talked about, for those who watched the video with Udena Corporation yesterday, I said that Phoenix Corporation, Phoenix Petroleum, they had synergy with Chelsea because Chelsea was initially delivering the fuel that Phoenix Petroleum needed. Then they also had synergies where Family Mart will be placed in Petroleum gas stations. Then they also have a fintech business that's highly connected to that. Then they also have a logistics business that serves their Family Mart business, and then their other retail slash food businesses as well. So the synergy naman for Merry Mart is basically city malls. Injap, Double Dragon have city malls. And guess what? Merry Mart groceries are inside city malls. So that's the synergy within it. Double Dragon city malls get rental income from Merry Mart, and in the same way, since City Mall is strategically placed also in areas na wala masyadong kalaban, it's trying to draw different types of crowds. It's trying to draw different types of people. And since it's trying to draw different types of people and crowds, the underlying, I guess, technique there is, as it draws people via Jollibee, via Mang Inasal, Mary Mart also becomes a place where people could go to and have groceries because of the draw of the big brands like Jollibee and Mang Inasal towards it. So that being said, they started to open further out. You have Sultan Kudarat and CDO, which is in the Mindanao area. Next, a few weeks after, they disclosed that they will launch an online platform and drive-through grocery store. This is what I've been mentioning, that great companies in times of crisis pivot, shift, innovate, and they're the ones that thrive. And it's so clear, similar to what Jollibee is doing, that they've been pivoting towards e-commerce also. Uh, launching an launching an online platform will further allow more people to just order via that platform online. And this is quite interesting. Their drive through grocery store, as you all know, this pandemic has pushed people not to avoid physical contact, and the more people that you really don't get in touch with, the safer you are. And having a drive through grocery store further, I believe, solidifies that hey, you don't have to talk to people, you don't have to really interact with a lot of people, you just have to be in your car, kunin mo lang yung mga gusto mong bilhin, and then daanan mo, and then bayaran mo, and then you're done. So two key pivotal two pivotal milestones for Merrymart as of this point in time. So this was 2 months into their IPO already. Again, shifting, pivoting, and innovating. The ones who know how to do that are the ones that will massively, 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 massively win. Comment below if you're learning. Comment if this is something that's helping you. Comment, I'm learning, for the YouTube algorithm. Smash that like button also for the YouTube algorithm. September 8, 2020, they opened another branch in City Mall, Rojas Avenue in Capiz. So this one was in Visayas. The first two malls that I've mentioned earlier were in the Mindanao area. Now they have another one in Capiz. Then fast forward 10 days later, they opened in Luzon, San Carlos City in Pangasinan. If you're looking at the technique and the narrative, they're really doing this in all fronts: Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao. They're trying to corner, not on corner, but trying to build certain markets in different areas na wala masyado silang kalaban pa. Then fast forward September 24, this was my birthday. They disclosed that they will operate a dark grocery store concept with Food Panda. So for those who know what Food Panda is, Food Panda, uh, order ka sa restaurant, order ka sa fast food, they'll deliver the food for you. But Food Panda also, now because of Merrymart, you can now order groceries, and that's what they call a dark grocery. A dark grocery basically is invisible. Hindi mo siya mapupuntahan na parang normal brick and mortar, but it will be a grocery where it will just mainly cater to online delivery. So the platform there will be Food Panda. Ordering mo siya via Food Panda's platform, which they already have an extensive platform. They already have the marketplace for it, and then Merrymart will supply all of the items that are grocery related. So again, this falls back to the pivot. This falls back to good companies pivot in times of crisis or in bad times as well. Let's continue. September 24, their store count at that time was already 11. I think during the IPO, it was around 4 to 7, if I just remembered, around that range. So tama naman kasi they opened two in Mindanao, then the Visayas, and then the Pangasinan one. So sakto lang, 11, September 24, 2020. Let's continue. A month after that, they opened first Cebu branch, and this is so interesting because it was over 3,000 square meters. It's very, very big. I think this was in the Mactan area already. So one of the larger Merrymart grocery stores that they started to open. If you have not watched it yet, please look at the Merrymart fundamentals that I made. It was at the time where Merrymart was going to go into its IPO. I mentioned that they have three formats. Lar- from something that was very, very small to something that caters to a very, very larger segment. Parang supermarket style na siya. So I think this is what they had also for Cebu. Then a week after that, this is what I've mentioned when they did their dark grocery stores. They already opened their dark grocery. It's branded as Panda Mart. So from Food Panda and then from Merrymart, they're open and catering to areas in the Makati CBD and Paco Manila area. I guess one thing I'd like you guys to see here is that when they plan something, they disclose something, they're very, very fast in execution. And ideas are great, but execution is everything. Those that execute well, those that execute properly are the ones that normally win. So next is a week, same day, October 17, 2020, they opened another branch in Calapan, Mindoro. So again, another branch in Luzon. Then a few days after that, they opened another branch in Iloilo City, which is where, if you've been to Iloilo, now I love Iloilo. Iloilo is amazing. Good food, good development. The whoever runs that city has planned it quite well. I think it's a very, very livable city, and the development there, hindi siya yung like what you see in other cities na umusbong lang. The city in Cebu has been master planned, and it's relatively better than the other cities that I have seen in the Philippines. So Injap also is from that area, and that's why if you go there, there's so many buildings na named after him, and there's so many malls also, and there's so many Mang Inasals there, because that's where also Mang Inasal started. Anyway, so that's October 2020. Then a few days after that, this is so interesting. They opened a market format in Quezon City, meaning parang palengke style. Siguro trade fairs if you've been to other countries also, where farmers, or at least people who are selling produce, fish, seafood, vegetables, fruits, they get to sell it there. So this one is an open area format. Again, I really believe this is part of their innovation for this new normal. As you all know, because of this pandemic, there has been a greater demand for people to just cook food at home. So the push to eat and grow in restaurants have lessened, and the need and the eagerness to just cook home fresh cooked foods. And then since natamaan nga economy, it's relatively cheaper also for you to cook your own food than just to eat repeatedly outside. So that opened October 24 in Quezon City. Then lastly, October 31, they opened a new branch in Cubao, Quezon City. So what's interesting, look at the synergy, look at the technique. Metro Manila, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, attacking everything in all fronts. And it's quite an interesting story, looking at it from a growth perspective. How can they make a traditional business into something that's still a growth story, where there's a lot of players already. Please do note that Robinson's Retail is into this space. Please do note that SM is into this space. Please do note Pure Gold also is into this space. MRSGI is also into this space. So there's a lot of then sa convenience stores, kalaban din nila 7-Eleven. So there's a lot of things to consider, but let's see how this pans out also, and how this impacts their bottom line as well. So in terms of earnings, unfortunately, based on the last research that I did, they still don't have any third quarter disclosures yet. If they have, comment below if you want me just to make a sole video on that. Just put it in the comment section, third quarter earnings. If not, naman okay lang. We can skip that altogether. Then there. Just for the technical analysis, and this, I know this is everyone's favorite. I hope that you guys are staying. We are at the 17-minute mark of the video. Comment below if you're learning. Comment, I'm still excited. I'm still here. I'm waiting. I'm learning. This is something that's helping me. Tapikin niyo yung katabi niyo. Kung may katabi ka, sabi mo, natututo ako. It's funny. But kunyari mag-isa lang kayo, okay lang, tapikin niyo na lang yung sarili niyo. So this is the technicals of Merrymart. What's so interesting is whatever price movement that we're seeing right now, it's basically because it broke out from the resistance of 3.6. So it's very, very clear that you see the last candlestick there. That was today's movement closing at 4.14. But red candle Friday, another green candle Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday. So the breakout from the resistance happened last Tuesday. Large green massive candle causing it to break out from the resistance. Then the next day, the support got solidified because the broke, as you can see there, intraday here, opened here, retraced a bit. As it retraced, it hit the support and boom, started to bounce and close up here. Third day, fourth day, fifth day. So if I'll place a resistance here, the next possible resistance is around the 4.5 level. So please do write this down. Again, please, these are not stock. These are not, nahulog yung mic. Please do note that these are not stock picks. Never, ever, 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 ever buy the stock just because it's discussed here. And this channel would have been a failure if aasa lang kayo sa picks. This channel success is all about empowering you that you can do it on your own, that the less reliant you are from me, the better, that you don't have to get fish, that you don't need spoon feeding, but you're going to the channel because of the exchange of ideas that you get from it. What I want you to get is ideas. I don't want you to get picks. I don't want you to get tips. All right. So please do write this down, that if the 3.6 level holds as a support, that will be its new level of support for this range. And then your next resistance will be the 4.5 level, which I posted right here. So if this gets requested more and 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 more, we'll probably do a follow up on this and how it probably will go as it attacks the resistance. And by the way, I forgot to mention this for those who want to send their messages and their questions. Couple of ways. Number one, comment section down below. Number two, slide a DM via Instagram, which sobrang dami na yung message. Number three, via our Patreon community. Number four, for those who just want to support the channel, we have a YouTube community. Just press the link down below and click join. And thank you for supporting the channel that way. So there. Resistance 4.5, support around the 3.6 level. From a trend perspective, it's continually progressing already in an uptrend, but I really believe this uptrend will just be relevant if it breaks out of the 4.6 level. I repeat, this uptrend would be relevant if it breaks out from the 4.6 level. We need to see it break out from that, kasi kung hindi, baka it might just move sideways, or it could possibly also form a ascending triangle pattern, but that again is predicated on breaking out from the 4.6 level. So let's see, allow me to update you, but as long as this trend line here holds, that there's a narrative that, hey, Merrymart's could still progress and move up over stretch period of time. So just to recap everything, we talked about Merrymart's price movement up massively for today with volume. We mentioned its key developments, that it's pivoting, it's shifting, it's innovating, it's moving, it's doing well, and then it's opening a lot of stores. Then we don't have yet an update on its third quarter earnings. In terms of technicals, we mentioned that it just broke out. We also pointed out the next resistance. We also pointed out from a trend perspective that it's pushing into an uptrend. Then lastly, shoutouts. We're gonna do that in the end. Para sa mga tao na nagpapa-shoutout na nagko-comment. Just a quick update. We just completed our 3-part series with Bo Sanchez. We talked about how he made his first, what did he do with his first million, or what did he do with $1 million, his business mistakes, and we also talked about why is he into long-term investing. So that's that's in my main channel. I'll try to put a link in the description or in the comments if you guys want to watch it. Then for those who are tracking PLDT, I made a video about that also in this channel, where PLDT made 95% growth for the third quarter. Then for those who sent questions about Jollibee stock moving up, we have videos on that. For those who sent questions on what should you buy more, Dito, CME, or Chelsea, I have a video on that also. For those who sent questions about Udena, we have a video on that also. For those who sent questions on who owns Dito Telecommunity, we have a video on that also. For those who send questions on Converge, those who send questions on Philippine stocks and the US election, we have videos on that all on this channel. Yung pinakamagandang magawa nyo lang sa channel to is to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. And if you're staying up until now, comment algo if you're staying for the YouTube algorithm. Anyways, I want to announce this. I created a third channel. This third channel, for those that don't know yet, is basically Marvin Germo Uncut. It's called Marvin Germo Uncut because in my first channel, I have so many interviews there with people, but we try to limit those interviews to around 15 to 30 minutes lang. But I believe that there are a lot of items there that are still juicy, still informational, still something that's so good that will benefit all of you. So I decided to put up this channel. It's called Marvin Germo Uncut. All of the items that are raw, that did not make the final cut, will be there. Like this interview, this is the first video I posted. It's a video with BSP, retired BSP Deputy Governor Diwa Gurigundo, where I think in the final video it was around 20 plus minutes lang, I think. But for the raw one, it was around 40 plus minutes. So ganon, madami rin mga items that are so insightful that don't make the final vlog. But I really believe that there might be people who like listening to stuff like this. So this channel is for you. Appreciate it if you could subscribe and like. It just has one video and it has 73 subscribers pa lang. So I'll put the link in the description also, or in the comments, for those who want to support this, and those who find value in this. Appreciate if you could go there as well. Then for those that follow my wife, for those na followers, number one follower niya si Patrick Miguel, no, pati yung girlfriend niya. Siya yung request na maggawa ng videos with her. So yesterday, for a very very long time, we haven't posted in that channel. It's called Marvin and Yvonne. We just did a walkthrough in Bonifacio Global City. Yun, for those who want to see more of my wife, this has nothing to do with finance though, but kung gusto niya lang supportahan yung love life ko and make my wife feel better, just you can go there, Marvin and Yvonne, and then I'll try to put some of our travels there. Pero sayang nga, I should have binura ko na madaming videos na binura ko, and I didn't really think about making travel vlogs kasi na-realize ko hindi naman talaga ako pang travel videos. So anyways, yeah, but if you guys want more of that, we're gonna try to put in more, me and my wife, in that vlog. And yun, if you guys have any questions, again, put it in the comment section, then slide a DM or in Patreon, and I'll try to answer all of your questions there as well. So I hope you're learning. I hope that this is something that added value to you. Comment I'm learning if you are. And here are our subscribers. Just live. Hello to you, Liz, Arden Mendoza, Jericho Hayo, Micah Mansala. Asan na ako? Hello to you, Patrick Miguel. Regular yan, Patrick Santos. While yung segue to your brother, oh, may YouTube din brother ko. Single siya, wala pa siyang asawa. So, supportahan natin ang mga taong wala pang asawa. His name is Neil Germo, John Ancheta, Karen Machua, Marcelo Rojas, John Paralejas, Popoy Damos, RCE La Alvarez, The Jar 69, John Salvador Sipagan, Lex Dewitt, Marcos Show Plus, Mario Big Swiss, Carla Abay, Jericho Hayo, Edward Rodriguez, Alvin Kane, Lady Preach, LL Lauliet, Holt Smash, Adams Marketing, sorry about that, Amir MC Atol. Oy, sakto, Amir. Sabi niya, maybe Merrymart'S next. Eto na, Amir MC Atol, para sa'yo talaga tong video na to. Then you have Ian Escares right here. Then, Liz Gutierrez, regular yan. Si Ian Escares, nagiging si Liz, regular yan. Liz Gutierrez, then si Jeremy Castardo. He's been coming back often. I'm trying to remember most of your names, no? So, better nga kung may picture kayo sana so I can at least remember. Pero naalala ko yung suit and tie ni Jeremy Castardo eh. So, thank you so much for watching. Louis Cesar, regular yan. Louis, I want to know ilan videos na napanood mo. Sabi mo nagbi-binge watch kayo. So, by the way, comment below. I want to know sino may pinakamadaming napanood na videos. Meron na nakapanood 1,200 eh. I don't know if you can top that, guys. So, there. Thanks for watching. If you guys appreciate this video, appreciate it if you can like, and it will super go a long way if you comment, and it will super go a long way if you share this in Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or Instagram stories. I try to share the Instagram stories where you tag me also. And yun, I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. Later on tonight, 8 p.m., we have another special guest on the podcast. And that's it. God bless you guys. See you all again soon.